The year is 2000, the turn of the millennia has just passed. The Y2K bug hasn't destroyed all the computers in the world. You could still take 550ml bottle of water on a plane, and Coldplay would release their first album that 25 years later would lead to the infamous Kiss Cam clip, and all the dumb shit that followed. Speaking of dumb shit, I was sat in my childhood bedroom where I discovered two very interesting things about my body. Number one, I could still fit my entire fist in my mouth. Number two, once I got my fist in my mouth, I could then not get it out. So obviously, as a child, what is the first thing you are going to do when you get your fist stuck in your mouth? You're gonna scream for your mum and dad. However, it's kind of hard to say, Mum, Dad, I've got my fist stuck in my mouth, when you've got your fist stuck in your mouth. So all that comes out is, which isn't a great noise to hear. Especially when you hear it every night from your neighbour's wall. They can't hear me. Which is surprising because the walls are fucking thin. Anyway, I start panicking because I think I'm going to lose my fist because it's stuck in my mouth, and as far as I can tell, there is no way to get my fist out of my mouth. So I'm going to lose it. So I run downstairs to the kitchen to tell my mum and dad, but once again, I couldn't really tell my parents I've got my hand stuck in my mouth because I've got my hand stuck in my mouth. Because I was a dumb kid, my parents thought I was joking about. And for about 5 minutes, they were like, stop being silly, stop being a dumb shit, I wish I had aborted you. And then they realised, oh shit, he's actually gonna got his fist stuck in his mouth. Why didn't we wear a condom? I was supposed to be in school in about 20 minutes. That wasn't happening. So of course, after they try and pry it out of my mouth and realise this isn't working, my mum has to take me down to the hospital. We walk into the A&E room and I'm not even worried about losing my hand anymore. Because you know what? It's a school day, school has started, I'm not in school. That, as a child, is one of the coolest feelings ever. We all remember that feeling, right? You either pull a sickie or bunk off school. You of course knew that your parents knew you were faking, but you didn't care. You were off school. You felt like the coolest kid ever. Or, you know, just got in a ton of shit later for bunking off like I did. So as I sat in that A&E room, I felt amazing, not a care in the world, excluding the gradual pain of the fist in my mouth and my jaw starting to lock up. It was actually this fist, not this one. Of course, because I'm a kid, we don't go into the regular A&E section. Instead, I'm put over to the kids A&E section. Hooray! We walk in, I sit down, I look up, and in the corner, there is this tiny CRT TV in a metal cage, prison style. And on that TV, there was anime. But what anime? Oh, just, you know, one of the greatest animes ever made. But before I tell you what anime that is, what a great series. Let's first talk about the other honorable mentions that were released in the year 2000, because there were some good animes when you were a child. In the year 2000, there was a cool anime that came out that wasn't set in the 20th century. It wasn't even set in the 21st century. In fact, it was set in... And it was called... Actually, it was called Medabots Spirits, but you know... Medabots! Sounds so much cooler, because you chose that guttural Medabots! Oh, I just did that. I regret that instantly. But this series was interesting.
Arcbeetle attack! Wigwamo attack!
Leo Battler attack! Extreme Shadow Sword!
I created a giant Metabee!
Attack! Metabee attack!
What do you think I'm trying to do out here?
All War Bandit feels is a slight tickle and a small sense of regret.
Is it mad to say that I am actually a cyborg, more machine than man?
Yeah, that's mad.
Following on from the previous season, Medabots continue to be robot partners. Not that kind. This was the year 2000 where shit was somehow more innocent, but also not more innocent. Two of them meta fighters, and instead of taking what they learned through the events of the first 2 seasons and realizing, hey, maybe making these robots who are descended from an ancient race of war-seeking robots that drove themselves to extinction from infighting, fight against each other, where pitting the most powerful robots against each other in the modern day could cause the primordial code within the robots to resurface and try and kill every living thing on Earth, again, is a really bad idea. Instead, everyone thinks, let's make them fight even more! Because humanity, we're idiots. Which becomes even more easy in Season 3, where a new form of medal is created, which removes all emotions from the Medabots and makes them even more violent and powerful. Medabots gets an honorable mention because I just love this series. I love the game, I love the anime, I love the little figurines they had. But I can admit that the series is actually pretty mid. It's not great. But as a child, it was great, so it has an honorable mention in my heart. But it's not that great of a series. InuYasha is a series that I actually never watched. I have no idea what it's about. As far as I can tell, it's a white-haired cat dude in a red robe fighting against demons. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. But I never watched it, so I can't really judge it. But I've heard it's great, so I'm giving it an honorable mention. Hajime no Ippo is one of the GOATs of sports anime. It is the anime when talking about boxing animes. And probably the reason I got into boxing, and by extension, kickboxing. Hajime no Ippo is the GOAT of goated animes. But the anime of the year for 2000 is the GOAT of the millennia. I also want to give an honorable mention to Ghost Stories because the dub of Ghost Stories, nothing like this will ever professionally exist again. Ghost Stories is that anime where the English voice actors were given almost no direction by Fuji TV and were told they could improv most of their lines in the booth.
If I've lost them again, child services are gonna screw me.
Hey, want some candy, little boy?
So far, I've killed my frog, 2 gerbils, 16 goldfish, a schnauzer, and a dachshund. This is the only bastard that survived me.
I wish we could say the same thing about our little sister Karen.
You kids go home and get Earthquake on Netflix.
A documentary?
Netflix is so expensive! Hey, where's my talking cat?
A sound effect.
This anime is amazing, but it's not amazing because of the anime. It was amazing because some CEO out there went, this will be funny. And yeah, it was. It's hilarious. It's a very funny series, but it's not the actual dub of Ghost Stories. Also, by today's standards, this anime is somewhat controversial for what it said.
Ketchero, what are you, retarded? Obviously.
Ghost Stories was just a super expensive abridged series that the director was doing unironically. Does that make it depressing? Anyway, there I was, sat in the hospital with my fist in my mouth thinking, oh, I'm gonna be so popular in school tomorrow. Everyone's gonna be talking about me. Did you hear Dan skipped school? Dan wasn't in school yesterday. He's such a cool kid. He's such a rebel. Maybe I'll let him hold my hand. Kids' minds are stupid, man. And while I was thinking about how popular and cool I was gonna be in school the next day, I'm looking up at this TV, and well, it is the year 2000. It's the turn of the millennia. So obviously, there can only be one anime that is the anime of the year. One that was forged millennia ago. It's, of course,
Time to duel!
no one can argue that Yu-Gi-Oh! Did not have the best waifu ever. Great White. Look at that majestic beast. Tell me a hotter waifu than that. I'll wait. Go on. You cannot argue one is hotter than Great White. Don't fucking judge me. And full transparency, I didn't get my fist stuck in my mouth in the year 2000. It was 2006. But it seemed a good story to tell as I was talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And yes, that is a true story. I was sat in the hospital, staring at the TV, and there was Yu-Gi-Oh! Him fighting Marek in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode where they get turned into tiny jewel monsters and they're on the card and Yami has to fight, not Bakura, that's his name, but the evil one. And he's the magician of faith. I'll do everything. And then there's the flame sword man. Yeah, it was great. And that's why I have to give Yu-Gi-Oh! The anime of the year. because nothing else can compete against Yu-Gi-Oh! And that memory. Oh wait, no! The Digimon movie came out in the year 2000, didn't it?
It's time to Digimon! Come on! Wolf Brigrade!
Metal Garuma!
Infermon Digivolve 2?
I'm coming! I'll come get you!
You can't. But you can! Wipe him out! Where'd your brother go? They Digivolve together to become...
Omnimon! Transcendent Sword!
You got mail!
Digimon movie, best movie ever. My list, my rules. I don't care if it's a movie. I don't care if it's made up of 3 movies that were released before the 2000. The Digimon movie as a whole, the 3-part movie, released in the year 2000. So I'm giving it my anime of the year for the year 2000. My list, my rules, shut up. Digimon the movie, best movie ever. Check out this video to hear my anime of the year for 2001.